Have you ever wanted something that you couldn't have yet? Or been working on a project that felt like it was taking too long? Have you ever hoped that just this one time, someone else would come along and rescue you? Each of us has been here, some of us more than once. Have you ever wondered if your business was failing or if your job is secure? Have you ever failed in a way that felt personal or looked public? Have you ever had a relationship collapse, either slowly or suddenly and without warning? So many of my life lessons have been learned on a sailboat, and I am here to offer you the sailor's solution to your feeling of impatience, anxiety, or uncertainty. Since I was young, I have been out sailing many types of boats on lakes, rivers, and oceans all around the world. Are you ready to take a trip on my boat? The sun is warm, and you can smell the salt air gently breathing through palm trees on nearby islands. You feel a breeze lightly on your cheek as we're being pushed slowly over calm waters. Sailing away from the wind is easy, gentle, and relaxing. Sometimes, though, the wind is against you. And people always ask me, how do we sail against the wind? The short answer is we don't. But we can sort of zig one way and then zag the other way and sort of zigzag our way upwind, with each zig or zag getting 2 steps sideways and 1 step closer to where we're trying to be. Zigzagging upwind is called tacking. And tacking a boat is an exercise in quiet and persistent confidence. Once you have chosen your course, you have trimmed the sails and you have turned the wheel, there is a pause before anything happens. You have to believe that the wind will do what the wind does, which is blow. Trust your team to play their positions and keep the sails trimmed. Be confident that your actions will have an effect. I don't know how fast you drive, but if in your car, flying down the highway, and you turn the wheel 90 degrees, what will happen? You'll drive right off the road. You might even flip your car doing it. Do not try this at home. Sailboats are not like this, especially when there isn't much wind. Sailboats also have a wheel. Can you picture yourself at the wheel of my boat? We are tacking upwind, and I tell you to turn the wheel to your left. Do it now. You turn 90 degrees. Nothing appears to be happening. You're getting a little anxious or impatient. You ask me, why isn't it working? Is the boat broken? Did I do something wrong? I tell you, just give it a minute. It is already happening. And then seconds go by. Nothing. 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 Slowly, 15 tons of fiberglass, stainless steel, and sailcloth comes around, and the wind catches our sails from the other side. We lean over and take off. Your life is a lot like this. All of the various things you have going on carry their own momentum or stuckness. You put in the effort. You create the circumstances. You keep showing up even when the results are not immediate. It's harder before it's easier. So give it a minute. It is already happening. An entrepreneurial client who I was coaching for several years abruptly ended our coaching engagement, shut down their company, and moved halfway across the country into a cabin in the woods, a landlocked cabin. As a coach, this was not easy to take. I wrestled with doubts. Are they giving up on life? Have I failed them as a coach? What about their goals and dreams we spent so much time and energy on? For a long time, it looked like nothing was happening. When their sails filled, though, they emerged from their cabin in the woods transformed. They were delegating, trusting and empowering their teams. Their business expands to new provinces almost overnight. They are honoring their own boundaries between work and home life. Because they're taking the time to do the things that bring them joy, their stress levels are down. And they unlock capacity to take on and explore new challenges. What I learned from this is trust the coaching. Trust that the work has been and is being done. If you cocoon for a year, maybe it is because you are, in fact, a butterfly, and you need a year to transform, and it is already happening. This gets real for me when my girlfriend suddenly leaves me late one night without warning and without explanation. I was completely blindsided. We had not been fighting. She had not been asking for anything that I could not freely offer her. If I had had some indication that this was coming at me, or any hint as to what caused this unexpected change, it would have been less worse. All my childhood stories of abandonment and unworthiness come slinking back in. What if I am not worthy of love or belonging or connection? Part of me blames myself for her choices, for not seeing this coming and not preventing it. I am cast away and adrift. One dark, sleepless, tear-stained night, I am standing on the shoreline, shouting at the ocean, seeking for answers, looking for hope. I can barely breathe, so I keep consciously reminding myself to inhale. It gets darker. There is a part of me that wants to wait until my sails are full again before showing up for myself once more. For a moment, I realize that I have an out. If I really want to not feel the pain, abandonment, and hopelessness anymore, I can give up on myself, which actually gives me a helpful push, a push to ensure that I find my way out of my darkness. I know that I am only a few more sleepless and soul-searching nights away from not being able to make healthy long-term decisions for myself anymore. So I stubbornly choose to start making things better on my own before they can become worse. In the morning, I humble myself and phone my doctor for help so I can sleep. I make a list of people who I can reach out to for support, even if I have to wake them up in the middle of the night. Still, I do not feel hope, but there is a knowing deep in my body that I am moving closer to hope, and that is enough. I know some future version of myself will be glad I am betting on me, so I commit to believing I am worthy of the work it takes to rebuild. Then I give myself little wins by having something to look forward to every day, even if it is just a delicious sip of coffee. I set really small goals and allow myself to complete them. Each day, I write down 3 things that I am grateful for. I go on walks. I meditate. I keep doing the things that I know will eventually make me happy and healthy, even though I do not feel happy and I was not healthy. Every day, I keep steering my life in the direction that I want to go, and I give myself the gift of time for it all to come around, because it is already happening, and that is enough. And then one day my sails fill, and I sail out of my darkness. Life takes on fresh momentum. I am open-hearted and free. My coaching takes off. People want me on their podcast. I am wiser, healed, re-energized. I am confidently back on course. Most importantly, I am holding to my commitment to my own worthiness. So the next time you are uncertain or impatient for results, if things aren't working out in your job or business, if you have somehow failed at what you thought your life should be, even If one of your relationships is falling apart, trust me, it is way too early to panic and much too late not to be showing up for yourself each day. Believe that you are worthy. Keep doing the things that you know will work. Give yourself the gift of time and trust that it is already happening. My niece is very excited about her mother getting remarried. On the big day, in front of hundreds of friends and family, dressed in our best, in the middle of the wedding ceremony itself, she precociously asks her mom one last time, "Mom, when are we going to marry Brandon?" When my sister leans down and quietly tells her, "Right now," she squeals with delight, and everybody laughs. It's adorable. There is so much we can learn from the tiny humans too. We also do this. We forget to enjoy the now. We neglect to appreciate the steps where we are already being the person we want to be. We forget to live during the journey. She does not know how to enjoy the moment until someone tells her that this is the moment that she has been waiting for. She moves immediately to exhilaration, appreciation, and delight, because the best part of her life, the thing she is most looking forward to, is already happening. Thank you.